So, there's this dude, Matt, right? He's rolling in dough. Got cash scattered all over his crib like it's confetti at a billionaire's party. Feeling like a high roller, Matt decides to flaunt his wealth by chucking some bills out the window. But hold up. The moment those suckers hit the air, poof! They vanish faster than socks in a dryer. Talk about a disappearing act. Not one to give up, Matt figures. Maybe it's just his money that's cursed. So, he whips out a fancy painting and sticks it halfway out the door. Guess what? Yup, you guessed it. Half the painting decides to take a hike too. Magic trick gone wrong, folks. But wait, there's more. Step out of Matt's place and you'll age faster than milk left out in the sun. You'll be dust before you can say anti-aging cream. And it's not just Matt and his wifey, Kate, who are stuck in this freak show. Nope, they're just the latest victims to move into this house of horrors. Now, this ain't your average dream home. No sir, this place is like a discount store on Black Friday. Prices dropping faster than your jaw at a magic show gone wrong. Nobody wants to touch this property with a 10-foot pole. But hey, Matt and Kate think they're smarter than the rest. Fresh start, they said. What could possibly go wrong, they said. So, they start unpacking their junk, and wouldn't you know it, Kate finds a dead bird chilling in the kitchen cupboard. Meanwhile, Matt's upstairs playing treasure hunter and stumbles upon some weird key thingy. Jackpot. Or not. Kate, being the compassionate soul she is, decides to give the bird a proper send-off. But when she puts it down, Matt suddenly throws away old furniture from above and scares her. Kate still buries the bird, but when she looks again, the bird is gone, as if it had flown away. Later on, Matt's playing detective and finds a mysterious hole in the wall. Like any good Scooby-Doo wannabe, he starts peeling off wallpaper and voila, secret door time. It's like a bad horror movie, folks. But instead of running for the hills, they decide to check out the secret room. And wouldn't you know it, as soon as they set foot in there, the lights start flickering like they're auditioning for a rave. Cue the spooky music. So, they ditch the exploration and call in the cavalry, the power company. Next day, Mr. Power Guy shows up, takes one look at the basement, and nearly chokes on his own spit. Wires everywhere, like a spider's web on steroids. Dude's seen some stuff in his time. But this is next level crazy. And just when Matt's hoping for some answers, Mr. Power Guy drops the bomb. Previous owners? Yeah, they got offed right here in this very house. Talk about a killer real estate deal. After knowing the truth, curiosity gets the better of him. So he dives headfirst into some internet sleuthing about the previous owners. Turns out, this house has a reputation. It's the infamous House of Blood. Cue the dramatic music. Now, this House of Blood belonged to a couple named Paul and Madeline Schaefer. But hold on to your hats, cause their story took a dark turn. They were offed by some mysterious dude, a real-life boogeyman known to the masses as John Doe of the House of Blood. And where's this John Doe now? Locked up in a loony bin, of course. After a hard day's work of Googling and creeping himself out, Matt decides to kick back in the mysterious room. He grabs a bottle and chugs it down faster than a frat boy at a kegger. Suddenly, lights out, and when they flicker back on, voila! Another bottle magically appears, like some boozy genie granting wishes. Bottoms up, Matt. Next morning, Kate wakes up to find the house eerily deserted. She searches high and low, only to stumble upon Matt in the darkroom, surrounded by more stuff than a hoarder's garage sale. And get this, there's the Mona Lisa, chilling like it's no big deal. Kate's spooked naturally and demands answers from Matt. Turns out, this room's like Santa's workshop for materialistic wishes. Matt encourages her to give it a try, so she goes for broke and wishes for $1 million. Lo and behold, money rains from the heavens and Kate's jaw hits the floor. But hold on to your wallets, folks. Kate's not entirely sold on this whole magic room gig. She's feeling like she stumbled into a shady back alley deal. Matt, on the other hand, is living it up, popping champagne and swimming in cash like Scrooge McDuck. Fast forward to the next day, and Kate's hit with a case of the blues. Turns out, all the bling in the world can't fill the void in her heart. She's staring down the barrel of a midlife crisis, realizing that all this stuff is just stuff. To cheer her up, Matt suggests they go for the ultimate prize, a baby. But hold on to your baby booties, folks. Turns out they've been down that road before, and it's been a bumpy ride. Kate's had her fair share of heartbreak, with 2 miscarriages under her belt. When Matt brings up the idea of trying for a mini-me, Kate's not having it. She storms out, leaving Matt to ponder the error of his ways. But wait, there's more. When Matt returns from his solo drive, he finds out Kate's gone and done the unthinkable. She's used the magic room to whip up a baby. Needless to say, Matt's not exactly thrilled. He's seeing red, like a bull in a china shop. He confronts Kate, warning her about the consequences of playing with fire. After a spat fit for a soap opera, Matt, in a fit of desperation, tells Kate to use the room to undo the baby situation. But Kate, bless her mama bear instincts, ain't having any of that nonsense. So Matt, being the stand-up guy he is, decides to take matters into his own hands. But hold on to your pacifiers, 'cause when that little bundle of joy starts wailing, Matt's heartstrings get a tug, and suddenly he's all, nah, let's keep the kid. And just like that, folks, the plot thickens faster than grandma's gravy. The baby becomes the center of Kate's universe, leaving poor Matt in the dust like yesterday's news. So, what's a bored hubby to do? Well, how about a field trip to visit our friendly neighborhood psycho, John Doe? But before he hits the road, Matt makes a pit stop in the magical room and helps himself to some cash. Talk about Robin Hood with a twist. At the psychiatric facility, Matt learns that John Doe's been collecting dust for the past 45 years. Like some forgotten relic in a museum of madness. Matt, thinking he's slicker than a greased pig, tries to squeeze some answers out of John about the Schaefer's demise. But surprise, surprise, John smells a rat and clocks Matt as the new owner of the House of Blood. He drops some cryptic advice about ditching the joint pronto, but Matt's too busy counting his imaginary riches to listen. On the way home, reality hits Matt harder than a wrecking ball at a demolition derby. The cash he snagged from the magic room, poof, gone faster than a donut at a cop convention. Back home, Matt's last-ditch effort to make it rain ends in a fiery inferno of disappointment. Money to ashes in the blink of an eye. Talk about a financial meltdown. Desperate for answers, Matt goes full-on wrecking ball mode on the room's walls. But surprise, surprise, it's nothing but a tangled mess of wires. Right then, he sees Kate taking the baby outside for air. Matt thinks something bad will happen, but he doesn't stop her. The poor kid ages faster than a banana in a fruit bowl, leaving Kate in a state of panic. When they get the boy back inside, Kate gives him a bath and names him Shane. They find out that anything thrown out of the house vanishes. But if someone alive goes outside, they get older very fast and then disappear too. Fast forward a bit, and Kate's playing teacher to Shane, spinning tales of germs and sickness to keep him from venturing into the great unknown. Well, strap yourselves in, folks, 'cause the drama train's about to make a pit stop at Dysfunction Junction. Little Shane's had it up to here with indoor life, and he's throwing tantrums like a mini Godzilla on a rampage. But don't you worry, Kate's love for the kid is bigger than the pile of laundry waiting to be folded. She's practically glued to his side, leaving poor Matt in the dust like yesterday's leftovers. Meanwhile, Matt's found himself a new hobby, shooting stuff. No, not the therapy kind, although he could probably use it. It's his way of escaping reality, like a modern-day cowboy in search of his lost mojo. But while Matt's busy blasting away, Shane's playing a game of cat and mouse with his mom, trying to make a break for it every chance he gets. So, what's a mom to do? Well, Kate's taken drastic measures, folks. We're talking Fort Knox levels of security here. Boarded up windows, barricaded doors, the whole shebang. But all it takes is one slip-up, one crack in the fortress, and little Shane's out like a bat out of hell. One day, Kate gets into an argument with Matt. But, looks like someone forgot to check for eavesdroppers, 'cause little Shane's heard every word. Daddy Dearest just called him a figment of imagination, and you can bet your bottom dollar he's not taking it lying down. Under cover of darkness, Shane embarks on a magical mystery tour of the secret room, uncovering its enchanted secrets like a pint-sized Sherlock Holmes. And folks, hold on to your broomsticks, 'cause this kid's got skills. By morning, he's transformed the room into a whole new world, complete with blue skies and sunshine. While Kate's busy marveling at her son's genius, Matt's throwing a tantrum bigger than Shane's ever managed. He grabs the boy and drags him kicking and screaming outside, locking away the key like it's the Holy Grail. But hold on to your hats, 'cause the phone's ringing, and guess who's on the line? None other than our old friend John Doe, the resident psycho with a heart of gold. Matt snatches the phone like a cat burglar on the prowl. But it's too late. John's already heard Shane's voice, and he's asking questions faster than a nosy neighbor. Turns out, John's got some secrets of his own, and he's about to spill the beans faster than you can say magic room. As Kate listens in disbelief, John drops the bombshell of the century. For an object to escape the house unscathed, the person who created it must kick the bucket. Yeah, you heard that right, folks. Death's the only ticket out of this twisted game. And wouldn't you know it, John's got a sob story to boot, proving once and for all that this house is crazier than a bag of cats. With hearts heavier than a sumo wrestler's lunchbox, Kate hits the road like a bat out of hell, hoping to put an end to her misery once and for all. But hold on to your seatbelts, folks, cause it looks like fate's got other plans in store. Back at the ranch, Matt's trying to play Mr. Tough Guy with Shane, but the kid's not having it. He breaks free like a greased pig at the county fair, running back to his sanctuary. But hey folks, it's not all doom and gloom. Looks like a little heart-to-heart's done wonders for our dysfunctional duo. Come morning, and our dynamic trio's snuggled up like a bunch of puppies in a basket. Matt's playing the apologetic hubby, Kate's playing the forgiving wife, and Shane? Well, let's just say he's playing the role of the creepy kid who knows more than he lets on. And just when you thought things couldn't get any weirder, little Shane's swiping keys like a pint-sized pickpocket, ready to venture into the great unknown. When our dynamic duo wakes up, they get hit with the bombshell of the century. Little Shane's gone and pulled a Benjamin Button on us, aging himself into a full-grown man faster than you can say, aging like fine wine. But hold on to your hats, cause Shane's still got the mental capacity of a toddler on a sugar high. And wouldn't you know it, he's about as happy as a porcupine in a balloon factory. Next thing you know, our pint-sized psycho's waving a gun around like he's auditioning for a Tarantino movie. But fear not, folks, cause Supermat's here to save the day. He tackles Shane faster than a linebacker on game day, knocking poor Kate out in the process. But hey, at least she's got a front row seat to the circus of craziness. Later, she wakes up and sees Matt next to her. Matt looks sad and tells her that Shane was shot and died during their fight. He also says that he took Shane's body outside, and it disappeared right away. Distraught and desperate, Kate rushes outside like a woman possessed, hoping against hope to find her lost boy. But alas, it's like searching for a needle in a haystack in a universe made of haystacks. After this, we see the real Matt waking up in an empty house. He looks for Kate but can't find her. He then sees the lights flickering outside a secret room. Realizing someone is in there, Matt tries to get in but finds the door is locked from the inside, so he makes a big hole in the wall to get inside. The room looks like a fantasy world made by Shane, who is not well. Matt walks through the woods and finds a house that looks just like his own. It turns out Shane knocked Matt out, changed his appearance to look like Matt, and took Kate to this copied house. But fear not, folks, cause Kate's got a nose for trouble sharper than a bloodhound on the scent. She sees through Shane's charade like it's made of glass, and makes a run for it faster than a cheetah chasing down its next meal. Enter the real deal, Matt to the rescue. But looks like we've got ourselves a good old-fashioned case of mistaken identity. With two Matts in the mix, Kate's stuck in a real-life game of which one's the real hubby. But fear not, folks, cause true love's got a way of shining through even the darkest of clouds. With a simple childhood nickname, Kate's able to suss out the imposter and send him packing like yesterday's news. But hold on to your hats, cause the party's just getting started. Shane's not about to go down without a fight, and he's coming at our heroes like a bull in a china shop. But little does he know, they've got a trick up their sleeve, a clone of themselves to distract the psycho long enough to make their escape. With a swift move, and a lot of luck, our heroes manage to boot Shane out of the room and lock the door behind him. And just like that, folks, Shane's toast. Literally. In a puff of smoke, he's gone, leaving nothing but a pile of ash in his wake. Fast forward a month, and our dynamic duos hold up in a motel like a couple of fugitives on the lam. But hold on to your hats, folks, cause there's one last twist in this twisted tale. Kate's staring at a positive pregnancy test, wondering if the bun in the oven belongs to Matt or Shane. Moral of the story, when your real estate agent says magical features, they might not mean a jacuzzi. Anyway, if you still end up buying a house where wishes come true, maybe wish for a comprehensive insurance plan and a really good therapist.